Hi, welcome to City Kids Gone Country. I haven't posted a video in a while. We've been so busy and I figure I should probably show you some of what we've been doing. However, I'm going to start this with saying this is probably what not to do when trying to raise rabbits in a colony, because I'm very skeptical that our rabbit Tata is actually expecting. But just in case, I probably should have been a little bit more prepared. I thought I was. The way we have it set up, and I'll go out there in a minute, is that we have a dog house for her to go in. We also have another, like a black tote for her to go in and hide as well, but it's not as protected from the elements as the dog house is, and a couple little hideout spots. But I'm worried about where she's gonna have her babies if she is in fact pregnant. So I thought they could just have their babies in like the doghouse or in like one of the totes, but then some people are saying that it's absolutely necessary to have a rabbit nesting box. Well, I don't have one, and I called our nearest farm store and they don't have them either. I also don't have enough wood, and wood is very expensive right now, so I don't really have anything to make one. So I kind of finagled this makeshift nesting box out of the boys' new shoe. They got new shoes and this is their shoe boxes. So this is probably what not to do, but this is all I have right now, and she's due Sunday or Monday on the 24th. I don't know what day it is. Everything's a blur right now. So what I did is I just put the shoe boxes together. I kind of cut them into this shape. I attached them together with duct tape, which is going to be covered. I'm a little bit worried about them chewing them. Again, don't do this. This is like an emergency situation because I'm not sure if she is in fact going to have a Kindle soon. So this is just what I did for now. Part of me is almost hoping that maybe she's not going to have babies so that I can be better prepared next time. I have seen some colonies that they use like the buckets instead and not a nesting box, and I kind of think that that's more the way I want to go. What I actually wanted to do was to get tote bins on the ground and then dig soil or sod and just build it up around the tote. Like let's say this is the tote and then this is the lid. I want to build it up to the lid and then be able to open the lid and check in, so then I don't have to worry so much about them being trampled. I don't really want to have the nesting boxes, but I'm not sure if that's absolutely necessary or not. I did just get a book, which I'll show later on, that is supposed to give me more of a format on how to raise rabbits in a colony setting, which I'd like that to be my go-to manual, because I've actually seen some interviews with the author online and read some of her stuff, and I feel like I just need to go-to. I'd like to have a tangible book so that I can use that as my resource and then maybe see where I went wrong. So hopefully, I haven't started reading it yet, but I will, and I need to make some changes to how we're doing things. So now I'm gonna go out and see if this will fit inside her little house. If not, we're gonna have to come up with another plan.
This is the book that I purchased off of Amazon and will be following going forward. Okay, so I'm out in our rabbit colony. I apologize for the shakiness of this video as I'm holding it with my hands with a tablet. So, like that. I apologize. So we ended up, I got the box into her little dog house. So this is where she is. We have a little, there we go. We have a male rabbit in the cage right now because he's supposed to be picked up soon by someone else. So anyway, let me show you what I did. I managed to get it inside and I filled it with some straw. Let's see what you guys can see in there. Okay. So that's kind of how I have it for now. I wasn't sure if she was pregnant. Oh, I'm covering the camera. I wasn't sure if she's pregnant, but she is breathing quite heavily today, which is a little bit out of the norm for her. And she is laying around a lot. And I have someone who wants to come in, but he's not wearing pants, so I'm not going to show him. Not now, honey. Sorry about that. So now I'll just show you. Her name is Tata because my 3-year-old named her. She's a Rex, and I'm sorry that she looks kind of dirty, but she's got some pee on her head because the other male bunny who's in here, who's in a cage. I love making a video with children around. So much fun. It's hard to get in here. Hold on, maybe I can go this way. Can you see her? That's Tata. Oops. And so she's breathing kind of heavily. And she's been sitting out in here most of the time. She is still eating. She's not eating her hay as much, but she just had some fresh kale and spring mix that I gave her, and she ate that, but she's back to sitting in here. So I'm hoping that she's gonna have babies soon, but I don't know, but we will definitely keep everybody posted. So the takeaway for this video is that raising animals, especially as a beginner, there's so much to learn. You're gonna make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time, as I did with the nesting box, not having it prepared in time. So she's supposed to be due on May the 24th, and we'll see how it goes. And it would be her first litter, so what I've read and what I've heard is that it's very common to not have a successful litter the first time. So we're gonna see how it goes. So another thing we noticed is that our buck had a black mark around his mouth, and first I was worried it was some kind of disease or something like that, so I contacted somebody else who has had rabbits for a long time, and I showed pictures, and she said really it just looks like a wound mark, like a bite mark or something. And then the next day the black mark was gone, but then today as I'm looking at him as he's drinking, I saw what looked like a tick stuck in that wound mark. So we actually had to like hold him down, get tweezers and try to get it out, but I was the one holding him down, and my husband couldn't really see if it was a tick or not, so I don't know how much of it he actually got out. So I'm really hoping that we got most of it out. So here's our little guy. Can you see him? Where is he? Oh, there's two. There he is. So that's Wrecker. Mackenzie named him, and now he's just relaxing after we held him down and he didn't enjoy it very much. And then I always feel bad after handling the rabbits in a way that I know they probably don't like, and we got him some nice fresh greens to have as well. So that's where we're at right now with the rabbits, and I really hope that we have a Kindle in the next couple days and see how it goes. I'm really worried about it, but we're also thinking about what happens if they're stillborns, what happens if they die, what do we do? And this might seem really morbid, but I contacted someone that we know that has reptiles, and they said if we get it really when it dies, like right away when it dies, to put it in a Ziploc baggie and freeze it so that way it could be food for one of the snakes. And I know that sounds awful to some, but for me, at least it's not a waste. And it's part of the circle of life, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. It's unfortunate, and this is the worst case scenario that I really hope does not happen, but I kind of want to be prepared for the worst. So I'm learning, and I'm hoping that I share my mistakes along the way with people that are considering raising rabbits as well. I took a couple of photos of our rabbit and shared with some members of some of my Facebook groups to see if they thought she was pregnant as well. I was really happy to see the next morning that she had started pulling fur, which led me to believe that she was ready to have babies. Came out this morning, May 25th. Look what Tata's doing. This is a good sign. Hi, Tata. That's her. Oh, there's lots of fur on the ground. We've got some hair pulling happening. Okay, guess what? This morning, I saw Tata pulling fur. I wasn't even sure if she was actually pregnant, and guess what? This morning, she pulled fur. Very exciting. So then I took Mackenzie to go to the park. We went to the park, we had a bike ride, we played. We came back and Mackenzie's like, hey mama, can we go check on the rabbit? I'm like, of course, it's a great idea. So we came out and we saw baby bunnies, but they were not, the doghouse we have provided with the straw and the nesting box or any of the other hideouts that we thought she might have her babies. She also dug a hole under the doghouse. I thought that's probably where she's gonna have them. No, she decided that she was gonna have her babies in the temporary feeder bucket. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna remove them. So this is where she's had them. Okay, they're in there. I'm gonna remove them and I'm gonna put them in another nesting box that I have set up. And I've also brought her lots of veggies so she can replenish her energy and, have enough vitamins and provide good milk for the bunnies. So this is where the baby bunnies are, and now we're gonna move them, but I'm still gonna give Tata all of her veggies first. And she's hiding out under where she's supposed to have her babies. So I'm gonna just put some food for her right here in the shade. Here you go, Tata. Whenever you're ready, this is all for you. That's all for you, okay, girly? Okay, so they're in here, and I'm gonna open it up, and I'll show you before I move them into their new space. So I'm gonna move this bucket. Sorry for my terrible camera. And there's our babies. She's had 8 healthy babies. I'm gonna have to check on them, make sure everybody's still alive, because apparently if one is dead, its body temperature will turn cold and it can hurt the other one. So now let's get them into their new home. I apologize for my terrible cameraing, but I'm trying to move them and I want to show you. So we got 1. Okay. I'm gonna count them. 1. You know what? I might not be able to do this. Okay. I wasn't able to do that to film me moving them, but I have them in a new tote with a hole in front so Mommy can get in. They have Mom's fur in there, and I'm gonna put a lid on top so that they are protected from the elements. Okay. And there's the proud Papa. I'm sure he's gonna come in and see his babies when we're ready to breed again. And there we have it, there they are. And they're all snuggled up. There we go. This is the beginning of our first time having baby bunnies, and I hope everyone is successful and survives. There are 2 that are a little on the small side, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on them. But hopefully she feeds them well. And we'll see, but I will keep everybody updated, and I'm so excited to take part of this rabbit raising journey. Anyhow, I'm very excited, and Dorian will be super excited when he gets home because Tata is his bunny. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.